just defeating that whole idea of I need to be there this time.
You just gotta keep going and don't give up.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Princess, and in today's video, we are going to talk timeline. One of the biggest joy killer is basically timeline. We tend to set a timeline on things to help us get to where we need to be. And with that timeline, most of the time, if we don't get there on that timeline, we tend to feel like a failure. And that can really be one of the biggest joy killer of things that we're doing, because we feel as though that we don't need to celebrate because that timeline has passed. Setting a time on when you need to reach something is good. You know, we all have to set goals. We all need to say, hey, in 5-year time, I'm going to get this. In 5-year time or in 4 years time, I'm going to graduate and I'm going to get this job immediately after graduation, so on and so forth. But life don't usually work exactly as we plan sometimes. Sometimes we exceed our timeline, and in that moment, we feel like we are a failure. We feel like we're behind because people that we started with is ahead of us. Example would be when I was in college. We all graduated high school together. We all went to college, and majority of my friends graduated before me because I took a gap year. So that timeline just messed me up a little bit. Just made me feel like I was so much behind. I did not want to go to graduation because I felt like it just took too long. I felt it took too long for me to graduate, and I can't even celebrate anymore. My mom forced me to go to graduation, which I'm grateful she did because I had so much fun. I wore my cap and gown. I saw my professors. It was just amazing. But had I not went to graduation, I probably wouldn't have experienced that joy. A lot of the time, we just put these unrealistic expectations on ourselves. And that goes for a lot of people. A lot of people feel they need to complete something this time. And when they don't complete it this time, they don't feel accomplished. It is so unfair to us because we deserve to feel that accomplishment because we work hard for it. We deserve to feel that joy because we work hard for it. We really need to release ourselves from that. One thing I realized during my process of releasing myself from timeline is basically telling myself, you don't need to complete anything in a certain time. You just need to complete what you need to complete. Yes, it's good to set a timeline, but that doesn't mean it's the end all be all. You can set your timeline, but when you reach your goal after that timeline, you still reach your goal. You still successful. You still got it done. And it really helped me a lot. Realizing that just shift my mindset a lot. Realizing that timeline is not real. It's just like failure. Like failure isn't real. It's just that little thing that we put on top of ourselves to help us, to put us in a depressed situation when we don't accomplish that thing. That's basically what it is. We put this thing called timeline on top of our heads just to put us in a worrisome mindset, and a mindset that makes us feel like we're so unaccomplished. Timeline is really one of the biggest joy killer when we accomplish something. It really make us feel so unsuccessful. It really make us feel like we aren't doing good enough for ourselves because we have people that are accomplishing things on their timeline. And we feel as though if they can accomplish it on that timeline, I can do it. I can do the same. but you are not them. I'm not them. Nobody else is them. Your power that you have is because you are not that person. You are moving on your own pace. You are where you are when you need to be there at that right moment. The timeline we set on ourselves, it can really put us in depression. If you think creating a timeline with others is going to help you succeed in things, most of the time life don't go that way. Most of the time you accomplish things when you're supposed to accomplish things, not because you set a timeline. And realizing that really took me out of this timeline, and it helped me enjoy my success. It helped me be happy for me. It helped me appreciate where I am. It helped me feel great in the space that I'm in. I used to tell God to please help me to appreciate where I'm at and not feel as though I'm behind because I haven't done certain things on my timeline. And with that, it changed my entire perspective of things. It changed my entire thinking of things. I have to tell myself that constantly. It wasn't a one-time telling myself. It was a constant thing. I constantly have to tell myself, you are where you are supposed to be. You are not supposed to be nowhere else. You are on time. You are doing what you're supposed to be on time. And this is what you are supposed to be right now. The sooner we release ourselves from timeline, the more we will feel grateful. The sooner we release ourselves from timeline, the more gratitude we're going to feel. If you don't know anything else, understand this, that when you are grateful for what you have at this moment, and if you are grateful for where you are at this moment, that gratitude opens doors for you. It helps drive you to where you need to be in a smoother way. It really does. So just be grateful for where you are. It help open doors for you to go and accomplish things according to how you need to accomplish those things. So what I would say to you is, don't worry about your timeline. Your timeline isn't real. Your timeline is just a thing to put you in a very depressed situation and to make you feel like you are behind, and you are not. You are where you're supposed to be. You are doing what you're supposed to do at this moment, at your current moment. This is your timeline, not the one that you set. Your real timeline is the timeline in your current state. It isn't the one that you set way ahead of you. Planning is good. I'm a planner. But when I don't reach that goal on the time that I plan, I still feel grateful. I still feel like, well, I accomplished this on the way. I look for a silver lining in everything. Understand that this little gratitude will put you to bigger gratitude. Those bigger gratitude will just make you understand that you are on the right pace. Your timing is perfect. You aren't supposed to be where you think you are supposed to be. You are just where you need to be. Be grateful for where you are. Celebrate your wins, your tiny little wins. Celebrate it, and you will be fine. This is the end of this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.